King Alant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valarfax of the royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Alant had aroused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls also lose their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valarfax spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force, and the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors were drawn to the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Sage Urbane, Skurver the Wanderer, the Sixth Saint Astraea and her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands, near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slayer?
Hello and welcome to Demon Souls. Now, I don't intend on skipping anything. I don't intend on, skipping, any cutscenes or anything like that. So I'm gonna let everything play as normal. Reason is because I intend on playing all the Souls games through and through.
Brave soul who fears not death.
I'm gonna be the one playing them, Chris, but sometimes I'll have guests, and we shall see what happens. I'm gonna start with Demon Souls, go into Dark Souls, and then eventually Bloodborne.
So that you may
by no means should you consider this a playthrough. This playthrough a walkthrough of any kind. I'll do my best, but you know, I'll make mistakes. I don't intend on talking while there's any important dialogue going on. Anyway, though, hope y'all enjoy. Now, I know how to play this. I've beaten the game. But it's been a while. Whoop! So I'm not going to remember everything. And if you guys are at all curious, I skipped the character creator part. And that's only because, you know what, let's just face it, as a whole, Souls games, not good with character creation, just not at all. So I basically made it a simple character. All I really did was pick a Westerner, and I gave him gray hair, because of the channel name. That's it. That's as inventive as I got. But let's take a look real quick. Want to see his beautiful mug. That's not even my work. I hit random a couple of times and then just stuck with it, so yay for that. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Souls games as a whole, just a quick little rundown. You saw those glowing things on the ground, those are basically just messages. Messages specifically for the tutorial, as you can see in the corner there. There's no real point in me killing all the guys, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The class I picked, by the way, was Barbarian. No particular reason other than pretty much going to be wearing armor the entire game anyway. So this is going to be like the only time you really see what the character looks like. Not that it actually matters, but even still. I forgot how freaking dark this was. Give me a second. Whoop! The only reason why I'm even stressing how dark it is because even at max brightness, which is what I'm gonna put it on, there is still some shit that you can't see. You won't see it in this episode, but there's like a level where there's just holes in the ground that I have literally fallen into multiple times. Disadvantage of Barbarian. You know what, not even gonna say that. Again, for people who don't know, who are new to Dark Souls, I'll put it that way. You could call it a classless class system. What I mean by that is basically you can pick any class you want in the beginning, yeah. But then you can build your character however you want it. Whatever class you pick in the beginning really doesn't matter. It's all a matter of preference of what you want to start with and what you want to use, pretty much. And whatever you think would be easiest for you. For example, I have a file where I play a Temple Knight. That was my chosen starting class. Starts with a halberd, full set of armor. Seems pretty good, actually. Until you realize he swings the halberd with one hand like an idiot. So you basically have to two-hand the halberd. I say have to, but you can use it one-handed. It just looks clunky and it's weird to, you know, just put it in simplistic terms. Whoops! Damn! As a mechanics standpoint, I'll just explain something for people who are not familiar with the game at all. You have your standard light and heavy attacks that you can do. You can block, but you can also riposte. If you get behind an enemy, you can hit them with a critical attack. If you riposte them, that's a different type of critical attack. Okay. We can all see the three-eyed demon across the fog wall here. I am going to attempt to kill him. However, he is meant to kill you. don't be surprised if he kills me, is basically what I'm saying. Damn. If he keeps doing that, I'll be able to kill him without an issue, but it's a matter of him keep doing that. Which I don't believe he'll do. So, I'm not going to rely heavily on it. My strategy for this guy, in any stage of the game, is to primarily attack him two-handed so you do more damage, and get behind him so he flutters up and slams on the ground. What that white ghost thing is basically... You can consider it like a tutorial type of character. Meant to show you what to do. But if you play this game online, you can see what other people have done. Like in a roundabout way, it shows you a ghostly image. There's dialogue going on, but I can't even hear it. Well, I can hear it, I just don't understand it. That character is called the Candle Maiden. Wearing Hercules shoes.
This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus.
I think I passed out.
With each of the 5...
You have died! The Nexus has trapped your soul. You cannot escape the Nexus. However, by capturing demon souls, you can reclaim your physical body. Nexial Binding will basically send you right here and drop off all your stuff where you... Well, all your souls wherever you were standing when you used it.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones.
This guy's the resident Debbie Downer.
That is why you came, is it not?
Saying the same shit.
Voluntaria. You came for demon souls? It's all the same.
This character serves a role called the Crestfallen. There's one of these guys in basically every Souls game. Put it bluntly, the resident Debbie Downer. I'm gonna talk to him first.
You're here. You're here for my services. Name's Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Blacksmith. It's simple.
You're here.
Just bring me
You have my
all the
services?
souls you can.
The name's Baldwin. Just the ordinary blacksmith.
Forge ones you already
It's
have.
simple. Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons, or forge ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. With my weapons,
I don't have anything for him.
you can go on living. Not a bad deal, huh?
I'm Stockpile Thomas.
No interest,
When the
eh?
Scouts came,
I can tell you're not going to last long here.
when I came to, I found myself here.
I'm Stockpile Thomas.
My wife,
When the scouts came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here, in the Nexus.
least, I hope to lend
My wife and daughter fell victim to the demons.
but I would be worthless in battle. At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons. I would be happy
put it
to lighten
simply,
your load and look after any excess baggage.
Stockpile Thomas
Best of luck to
is
you.
where you put your excess stuff. The reason why we would even give him anything is because this game has two types of weight limits. There's equipment limit. You know what you can have on you. Weapons, armor, and such. But then there's just overall item burden. The totality of what you're carrying. So not only can you only use a limited supply of weapons and armor, you can only carry a limited supply of items, period. It's irritating, not to mention you level them up separately. And there's that. Ooh! He's got a mouthful of meat. How is he yelling with his mouth full? Like, seriously. Anyway. I don't think there is a thing. Unlike the Souls games, you actually do not have a replenishing supply of health items. Like, unlike the Dark Souls games, I should be more specific. Because in Dark Souls you have the Estus Flask, which you can continually refill to a certain extent to get more heals. This you have Moongrass, and each type of Moongrass heals you a different amount. But, you know, like any item, limited uses. Well, it's 2 hits either way, I might as well not even two-hand it. Oh, shit. Unlike Dark Souls, though. Damn, I was kind of hoping to avoid all of that. Anyway, unlike Dark Souls, though, there is what I'm going to call a direct... I don't think that's any better than the one I have, but we'll see. It's lighter. But anyway, there is a direct, I'm gonna say punishment for dying. The only one that has something like that would be Dark Souls 2. And I mean dying repeatedly, not just dying at all. Allow me to explain. In the first Dark Souls, as well as Dark Souls 3, and even Bloodborne, you could die as many times as you want to be loose with the phrasing. I need to pay more attention because I'm gonna get killed if I just keep haphazardly hacking at shit. But anyway, you can basically die as many times as you die, and you know that's not going to hinder you any in the long run. However, in Dark Souls 2, the more often you die, the more hollow you become, which is basically undead. The more hollow you become, the less your max health is. Now in this, you have a human state, or a ghostly state. In the ghostly state, you can see your health is as it is right now. When human, though, your health is the max whatever your health is. Also, on top of that, if you see in the upper right-hand corner, there's something called World Tendency. But it's simply, it ranges from World Tendency of... What the fuck? I'm standing right in front of you. Anyway, it ranges from pure white to black, with gray in between. Light, neutral, and dark, just to put it in different terms. I sure wish this shield blocked 100%. But anyway, the reason why that's even an issue is because during certain world tendencies, different events happen. So, you want to avoid dying if you want to keep white tendency. But if you're going for black tendency, you're going to have to die anyway, so... It all depends on what actually your end game is. Well, I tried to parry him and that ended badly. I wasn't sure if he was dead. But anyway, so that's the only reason why it's even an issue of whether or not you die. You mean other than like simple you don't want to die because that defeats the purpose of the game type of logic. But anyway, you are going to die a lot anyway. In all Souls games, you are going to die a lot. Especially if you're unprepared. Ow! Just fucking shake that off like Cortez. That arrow. For those who don't know, just that obscure reference, Spanish conqueror Hernando Cortez, I believe his first name was. As he was conquering the Aztecs, he got hit with a poisonous arrow. All he did was break it, or like take it out, and then finish the fight before succumbing to poison. There was literally no reason for me to fight this guy. And with a shield that doesn't block 100% physical damage, I'm not going to give it a shot. You go back there anyway. I would get the item that's past him instead of fighting him. But again, I want to have a shield that can block 100% physical damage when I'm blocking. That way I don't just die from chip damage. These guys are a different story, because basically, think of it as the blue knights are not as strong as the red ones. So even chip damage, I'm not worried about dying. Maybe go boom. Now, I found a bastard sword a while back. I'm not. Whoop. Well, he fell. I'm not certain if, I can use it. That's part of the reason why I didn't even look into it. Plus, I have no real reason to switch it up at the moment. Who the fuck told you to turn around? Maybe if I find a better shield, that'd be nice. Sweet merciful crap, that fire is kicking my ass. He had a delay in his freak out. It is mostly that chip damage that's fucking me up. Not to mention just outright being an idiot. Run away! By the way, again, for those who have not played Demon Souls as, like, panic attacking. Holy shit. That would have been so sad. You will seriously see why in a second. Open up a shortcut. Cling ring, and then I'm back out here. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, just like because you haven't played, like say hypothetically you've played Dark Souls but you haven't played Demon Souls, armor weighs a lot. Like, I'm just saying, like, a lot. As it is, most classes you start with can't even roll like that because of the armor they're wearing. So most classes you start with, if you want to roll with ease, you're going to probably take off something. That being said, what I just got was light and only meant for women, so I can't even use it. I have 2 clubs? I didn't even know that! Okay! You know what, right now I'm just gonna have the 2 healing items and firebombs equipped. The ring that I put on increases my max health when I'm a ghost. So you see that little tick that increased. Run up to this guy, he's gonna... No! I wanted to run back, but instead I rolled against the wall. It doesn't help that sometimes I know things are gonna happen, and what the fuck? Okay. That has literally never happened to me before. So, excuse me.
Help me.
As I just figure out what to do with myself.
Surrounded by Dreglings.
Yeah, I died. Wow. Give me a moment to process that. I'll put it bluntly, I didn't even know you could walk over that wall. It was never even a thought. So I'm gonna... because it's not that far where I died versus where I am now. So I'm not even gonna skip ahead, I'm just gonna go there. But, yeah. That happened. And again, for those who... Oh my goodness. For those who have played, like, Dark Souls, but have not played Demon Souls, there is a mechanic to, like, climb up over small ledges. I knew that. I just didn't know that, I just didn't know I can climb up that ledge. Because you can't do it with every ledge. I'm still reeling from that. That is baffling. And here I'm talking about, like, being careful, and then I'm probably half as careful as I was originally, which wasn't being careful at all. Can ya fuck... You know what? Just toss it in the darkness. Panic rolling! Fuck me sideways. This game just wants me to die. I don't claim that I'm an expert, but I never die like that. I'm still in shock. I'm eating up my health items like nobody's business. The Crescent Moon Grass, I really don't give a shit about, because you basically... you don't get a whole lot of it anyway, so... And if you don't use it, you really miss out anyway, so you might as well use it. Later game and tougher enemies give you a completely different healing item anyway. So let me see. Of course! It's down there. Okay. I see why you would come up here. I do. That item. And this guy.
That was a bold jump. A surprise indeed. Well, now that you are here, trade, fend off these draglings.
I don't know why this guy in a full... Knock down the remote.
Well, now that you are here,
in a full suit armor,
fend off these draglings.
Is having issues with these guys. I do realize that they killed me. Allow me to explain. He is in a full suit armor, and I am a naked man with a stick. And he's relying on me to kill them. And just for argument's sake,
Thanks for your progress. I was stronger for the time. Accept this as a token of gratitude.
My thanks for your brave rescue. I am on Strava.
Like, just
accept this as a token of my gratitude.
tell you guys a little bit about the future, but not necessarily, like, give anything away. His stuff does magic damage. If anything, he was more prepared to fight them than I was.
Now I must go.
Yeah, I get it. He has to go. He has to be on his way. You do you. But anyway. And he took out the armored dudes. One of them had an axe. Meanwhile, he couldn't take out, what was it, 6? 6 guys in cloth armor and wooden shields? Interesting strategy for this guy. The one with the bastard sword. He staggers kind of easily. So you can pretty much just keep wailing on him as long as you have stamina to hit him. So that will be helpful late game. Not so much right now, but definitely later in the game. I have no more... Well, that's disappointing. See, here's where it doesn't make sense. I can't climb over this. None of that was intentional. The rolling past the point was intentional, but like getting in the fray of things, no. There are certainly advantages to like what you choose to have. Like what you choose to start with versus what you end up wearing. Example of which would be having no armor at all. I can move faster. So the strategy of touch him real quick and go is pretty helpful. And then conversely, if I decide to get full armor at the sacrifice of ability, yeah, it's harder to move, but at the same time I can take a better hit. Like I have another character, I think I touched on it earlier, Temple Knight, starts with full set armor. Anyway, he starts with full set armor. He is about as mobile as a brick, but at the same time, he's just as tough as one. I named him Thud. The brass telescope is useful for just seeing things from afar, as you might assume a telescope to be. But when I get the chance, I'm gonna put it away. I don't carry it with me, I don't really use it. It would be lost on me. Oh! Ow! I didn't want to double back for them, but that guy fucking out. I'm gonna give some advice, like, in the same sense as, like, you should do what I say and not as I do. I am very much, reckless? My strategy? That isn't always the best course of action. So I would say, despite what I'm doing, err on the side of caution. And not... Don't be as reckless as I am. Because it could end up biting you in the ass. Ow. Ow. I really do need to stop being just a jackass in how I'm approaching these things. Advantage in attack speed. I made a mistake before we started.
Good day, kid. Care to look over the wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling you? Good day, kid. Care to look over the wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling you? Go ahead, I'm...
That guy's like a one-time character. You only see him here, and that's it. So, I forgot to clear space on my hard drive before I started recording. So the recording just stopped mid-session. So, sorry for the technical difficulties. On top of that, I messed up and died. So, that being the case, I had to go back here, clear space on my hard drive, and then just start the recording. So what I'm gonna do... Ow, my ass. What I'm gonna do is, clear out these guys again. Make sure our golden friend down there is, happy and healthy as he goes through the enemies that he has to get past. I think he's fine because we already talked to him, but I would much rather double check. Damn it! That's what I wanted. Hi! Anyway, I'd much rather double check, so we're gonna do that real quick. It just means we have to fight some more dreglings, as they are called. Nothing too major. These guys. This is the route I normally take. I normally don't go, like, over the wall, like I did. I missed. That was disappointing. Until I upgrade this, two-handing, seriously, not worth it. He just walked out like nothing was fucking going on. Yep. There we are. Anyway, so I apologize for having to trudge through this again. He's over here. He's killed that guy. I never mean to do that little shove. That's pretty much always an accident. I need to stop being stupid. Where's the backup? It is good that I came down here. Look at his fucking health. Damn. More bad guys than I thought there were. Alright. Hopefully I don't need to worry about you dying.
No matter how far I venture, is there a single sane person left?
Am I not sane?
No matter how far I
Seriously.
venture, is there
Am I
a
not
single sane person left?
I guess I would say I'm insane. I came here on my own free will, wearing nothing but my sandpaper pants and my Hercules shoes. So there's that. Now we can actually make progress. It's a nifty little thing right here. Release the balls! And it just kills all the enemies along the way. A feature I love about the Souls games. It's just by being present when an enemy dies, you get the souls. You don't even need to be the one that killed them. I realized that I released those, so technically it was still me. But even when our golden friend kills them, we get the souls. Ow, ow, ow! Fuck me sideways with that one. And you're gonna... I'm just gonna try and power through it, because quite frankly, blocking their shit... Ooh! Winged spear. Now we can go this way to get stuff. Is it worth it? For now, I'm gonna say no. I know there's a heat-resistant shield down there, or at least I believe that's what it is. But, we'd be very crispy, very quick if we went down there. So I really don't think it's worth it. It's barely even worth it later in the game. That's what I was waiting for, in case you were wondering why I wasn't attacking. Ow! Something I find to be a useful skill is to split your focus. Like, be targeting one guy, but attacking another. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get hit with an arrow or burnt or something. So I'm gonna grab that real quick. Gotta keep going. I think those guys are fine, so if you're this far back on the bridge, you won't get burned. I believe. So if you use the archers as your marker, you shouldn't have a problem. Reallocate my stuff real quick. Then I do a thing. I never understood why it did that. But I guess it's just to be like, come at me, bro. From the slime. Well, I fucked that up. Wooden uppercut using the club. What I'm gonna do before fighting the slime is, did he just slide backwards? Or was he walking backwards? Anyway, what I'm going to do before fighting the slime is, see if I can use that sword that I got, and if it's stronger than the club. Or I suppose more accurately is if it's worth it to use. I don't remember if there is scaling in this, but I will see. And again, for those who don't know, most of the people who have not played a Souls game, item scaling, basically, the weapon you're using, or weapon scaling I should say, not item scaling, the weapon you're using has this, whatever, strength with it. And that strength can be augmented if you have higher, like, if certain skills are higher. Example being, let's say, hypothetically, the club scales with strength, and I have enough strength to use it. With each additional point in strength, and not augmenting, not upgrading this, reinforcing the club, I'll do more strength with the club as opposed to if I use a different weapon, or if I upgraded a different skill. Let's check. No, I lack the strength to use it. I can't wield it. So that's disappointing. I can use Mealbreaker though. It's weaker, so I wouldn't, but I could. So we're gonna stick with what we got. I'm gonna top my health off. This creature, named Phalanx, is pretty much just an amalgamation of slimes. Oh, fuck me. I can't it's also weak to, fire, but since I'm using the club, I guess I can't use turpentine on it to add fire to my weapon, which fucks me over. I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe I will use Mail Breaker. Let me see. Can I use the scimitar? No, I don't. I don't have the skill. This pig sticker's gonna have to do. See how much better that is? It may say that turpentine can only use with metal weapons. It may say that somewhere. Clearly, I missed that memo. Owie. Alright, let's get out of the way before I die. Depending upon your weapon, and especially if you use turpentine, you can kill this boss in, like, moments. It's a lot easier if you use, multiple fire bombs. I'll give you that. But, fuck y'all. I can't get at it. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. That son of a bitch heal. I didn't know that was a thing either. I'm even more pissed off. I may not be able to beat this boss, based solely on that. Son of a bitch. It's annoying, but it's like, I learn something new every time I play like a Souls game. Maybe it's just because of the amount of slimes that I get? Maybe? But anyway, I learn something new pretty much every time I play a Souls game that I didn't know before. Take that as you will. I'm pretty much going to keep on at this point. I'm not fighting this guy for like a year. Okay. Plus side, all the slimes will die when you kill them. Phalanx destroyed. I do suggest looking around after this boss fight, because the stones they drop are useful. Okay, I don't see anything. This character's interesting. Patches? I'll explain why in a moment.
Welcome back. The monumental awaits the above.
Basically just shows you how to get up there. But I don't know if there's any more dialogue, so I'm not going to skip it.
The monumental will explain the nexus to you.
Monumental also explains what the monumental is. So, I don't need to do that either. I'm gonna try and run up there. But anyway, Patches is interesting, because, again, I'm just gonna assume that most people have played at least one Dark Souls game who is watching this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But Patches appears in every Souls game. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, every one of them. There's a thing.
We have long awaited you, slayer of demons. I am one of the monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality.
We have long awaited you,
There is
slayer
something
of
thou
demons.
needest to know.
I am one of the monumentals.
You too, the scourge
We
of
preserve the
demons
fabric
faced.
of reality. There is something
Exposition
thou needest
time.
to know.
In the distant
Once,
past,
we too, the scourge of demons faced.
the world was united, owing to the soul arc,
In the distant past,
until
under a benevolent rule, the world was united, owing to the soul arc,
across the land seeped a colourless deep fog.
until a lustful power
Faced extinction.
caused the awakening of the old one. Across the land seeped a colourless deep fog,
We were able
and
to
the world
love the old
faced
one
extinction
back to its
at the
slumber.
hands of demons.
Yet only after the loss of innumerable souls,
Thanks be, we were able to lull the old one back to his slumber.
erased by the fog,
Yet only after the loss of innumerable souls
the fabric of
and half the world
remained,
lost,
reintrusted
erased by the fog.
thousands with 6 precious
In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained,
of a small
we entrusted
land
6 elders with 6 precious archstones,
king of the borrowers of
one
the ground,
to the king of a small yet diligent
the
land,
wise queen of the great iron
one
tower,
to the king of the borrowers underground,
to the chieftain of lost and
one
ill
to
fortune,
the wise queen of the great ivory tower,
to the sheen
one to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned
and
souls,
last to the great giants
one
of the northern
to the
land.
shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowland,
Archstones with face that knows
and the last
the earth.
to the great giant of the
We
northern
contained
land.
the old one inside this nexus
The
and
archstone,
banned the soul
the place
arc.
set nodes across the earth.
Finally, we became monumental
We contained the old one inside this nexus
of the fabric
and
of
banned the
reality.
soul arc. Finally, we became monumental,
The other one.
half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Alas, the other monumentals. were
Great
dead,
story, Caillou.
and only I remained.
Now it is your turn. You must lull the old one back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity.
Now it is your turn.
The deep fog
You must lull the old one
that
back
we
to
know.
its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. If not,
Sure, I'm
deep
doing
fog
nothing else
will
with my time.
absorb all
I mean,
that
what am I
we
gonna say
know.
no?
Have you the strength to accept
Go
this mission?
forth and destroy every last demon.
Yes,
The old
we are
one,
fortunate indeed to
without
have you.
demons to feed its souls,
Now,
will a new
go
self
forth
seek.
and destroy every last demon. The old one, without demons to feed
Okay.
its souls,
Let's see if I can get that. I don't think I can.
And lure you to its bosom.
Or I can, and I thought it was a lot harder than I... Alright. These are the rest of the monumentals here. It's pretty horrifying, actually. I mean, how would you feel if there was a room of dead people upstairs? Okay, now time to go back down. Anyone else get a, I just want to peek up here and see what's up here real quick. Anyone else get like a Lord of the Rings vibe, though? And one was given to the elves. Okay, that's closed. And then 9 to the dwarves. But one more ring was made in secret. But anyway, that's what I think of every time I see that. So something else to note, even though the Firekeeper is the one who brings you into the Nexus after you die, I have not been able to find her until after you kill Fanglax. The reason why that's important is because she's the one who levels you up. So pretty much you can't level up until you've beaten the first boss. That being said, you know what? I'm going to talk to her.
Brave soul, who fears not death. Allow the old one back to its ancient slumber.
Brave soul, who fears not death. Prithee,
those stones basically allow you
back to its ancient slumber.
Basically, they're online items. Whoop! Did not mean to do that.
What is it? Dost thou seek soul power?
Do we seek soul power?
What
yes, we seek soul power.
So be it.
Dost thou seek soul power?
After all, thou requirest strength. Go forth, touch the demons.
So be it. After all, thou requirest strength.
Thine own.
Go forth.
That is perhaps the weirdest line of dialogue ever.
Let these ownerless souls become thine own.
I keep the candles lit and serve the gold demon slayers.
As for me, I am only here to tend to the flames. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here.
Interesting little bit of dialogue.
I shall await them.
Let's just do a quick little meet and greet of who else is here. We have him, I mean.
Are you here to face the demons? If so, please free Sage Frake, the Visionary, from the Dungeon of Latria. I will help you however I can. I can teach you...
Are you here to face the demons?
If
so, please free Sage Frake, the Visionary, from the Dungeon of Latria. I will help you however I can. I can teach you elementary spells. Sage Frake is a gleaming hope for humankind, but I have not the power to save him alone.
By observing the state of Boletaria and the demons...
Frake is a great sage who systemized the magic of the soul arts to make it possible for human imitation. By observing the state of Boletaria and the demons within it, he's likely to pave the way for greater things.
I see.
All the more reason that I must meet Frake as soon as possible. All the more reason... I see. See yourself.
The sage is not
just ensure that you rescue Sage Frake as quickly as possible.
But there's 2 prisoners in the tower that he's talking about. The other one is hard to free.
How is this happened? Has God abandoned us for failing to show proper respect to King Light?
Oh my, how has this happened? Has God abandoned us for failing to show proper respect to King Light? Oh, Masa.
Strange business.
Back in the time that I lived below Boletaria Castle, King Elemental left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon, the land was ravaged by demons and soul-starved madmen. My spine shudders just to think about it. If I did not have my miracle stone shard, a keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have
That guy.
I have sinned. I
I
swore
mean, that woman is this guy.
but was of no use to them. And now I have run away.
I have sinned. I swore allegiance to Saint Urbain, but was of no use to him.
Oh Lord, punish me.
And now I have run away and abandoned his honourable
myself.
I could beat you. Beat your sets?
Oh Lord, punish me. For I have not the strength to punish myself.
Within the darkness, where no light shall ever shine.
Oh honourable one, I hesitate to imagine its presence. Deep within the darkness, where no light shall ever shine. Will you continue to pray, even in such misery?
Warrior from afar, are you? May you enjoy
Oh honourable one, deep will you...
A warrior from afar, are you? May you enjoy victory in battle.
Okay. For whatever reason, people on that side are going to be magic wielders. People on this side are faith-based. They do not mingle. It kind of makes sense given that the faith ones consider magic a sin and whatnot. The guy I had just talked to, he's supposed to like help you learn miracles, but I guess since I either lack the faith or something, is why he just said his piece and then that was it.
I would be happy to lighten your load. Look after any excess baggage. When the splurge came,
I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage. When the scourge came, best of luck.
I could swear. He's supposed to want this. Didn't mean roll at him. Oh, there we go.
That belongs to my daughter. She didn't make it after all.
That therapy. That belongs to my daughter.
May I ask you a favor?
She didn't make it after all.
Mind giving up
My dearest little baby.
I'd like to have
May she rest in peace. May I ask you a favor?
Sure, I had no use for it.
Would you mind giving up
No,
that therapy?
they're over there.
I'd like to have it in
No,
memory of my
they're over
daughter.
there.
I mustn't forget.
You're a saint.
Please accept
Thank you.
this as thanks.
Thank you so much.
It's a shame to say that
I mustn't forget.
one day discarded on
It's
the
not much,
road.
but please accept this
Seems
as
to
thanks.
possess a strange power.
I'm a bit ashamed to say, but I found it one day, discarded on the main road. But it seems to possess a strange power. Anyway, I
So
feel that you
BS
should
thing
have
about
it.
that.
It will be
I'm gonna use it anyway,
in your
but it
hands.
increases your maximum item burden, how much you can carry, just not your equipment burden, which is a lot more useful.
I can forge weapons for you. Fair price. You did you? I can forge weapons for you for a fair price. Perhaps you've already heard, but there's another blacksmith at the entrance of Stonefang Mine. He's an eccentric old man, but he knows his trade well. He's the only sane one left in a town of soul-starved men. If you do meet him, forget it. Still won't be well, we'll just ignore you. There aren't enough blacksmiths in this temple to handle all the work. Only certain ores can be used to forge weapons, but you just have to make do. Be thankful that I'm still of good health.
I'm actually going to call it here, but I'm just going to run through something real quick.
No end packing.
You have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... One of these are broke. Okay, yeah, that was broke. 4 or 5 levels that you can go to. And there's like 5 parts per level. So it's like segmented that way with the archstones. But the recommended path that was told to me is like do the first part of this one, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one, and then do the cycle again for the second part. Around and around and around you go. That's what I was told to do. So that's actually what I'm going to do. So the next time I play, we're going to go to Stonefang Tunnel. Now I'm going to level up off screen, so like I said, this is where I'm going to call it. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties we experienced, but we made it through, so no harm, no foul, right? Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Look forward to more, hopefully in a timely manner, and I don't